In this video, we're going to go through all the modes on the Zhiyun Weebill S so you can be able to use them to the best of your abilities, ultimately making you more money on commercial shoots, wedding shoots, and just being able to get the best shot possible with this gimbal at all times. So the first mode that I use all the time is the POV mode, and that's the most simplistic one, which is the point of view one. So ultimately, it goes, all I have to do is on the gimbal, either is a POV button on the bottom left, you just click that button, and you are in POV mode. And what that does is anywhere you aim this gimbal, the camera is going to follow. Pretty much like hand holding a camera, but it's just a little bit delayed, so it's a little bit smoother, and it's gonna really eliminate all those micro jitters you'd have if you were to walk around normally. And I like this one a lot because I'm in control of it. I can control where I'm going with the point of view. And sometimes, say for weddings and I need to get the proper shot, if I have another mode on that's fixed on a fixed point, I get stressed out, I can't get the shot properly, so I use this one a lot and make sure that I get everything in focus, I get everything that I want from the shot in stressful situations. So the next mode is PF, which is pan follow. So you just click that, and then when you click it, then you're set in this mode, so you can see that it will follow anyone from left to right. So on the x-axis, it will follow left to right. But if I want to go up and shoot at the stars or shoot down on the ground, it still stays in the same area. So this is really nice if you want to still focus on someone, but you don't want the gimbal to be moving up and down. So I use this one quite a bit. It is also another one of my favorites, but this one is just a little bit less forgiving than the point of view one, but it is a little bit more consistent with not going, the camera not going up and down. So the next mode is lock, and lock is pretty self-explanatory. If I want to look in one direction, what I'll do is I'll set it into lock. So all I do is there's a pan follow here, and then it is set in place. So you can see how the camera goes set to this area. No matter where I put this joystick, it always is going there. So this is really great if you're doing like a running shot and you want to be, you know, you have a subject running one way and you're wanting to focus on it, but you can't have all the time in place to just run after them and make sure that it's all even. It's very stressful. So in this situation, I can just set this on a set lock mode and I can just run, and you know, wherever I'm going, I'm running. This is a bad example, but like for purposes to understand, it's always gonna stay that side, you know? I'm freaking this thing out, and you're good to go. So another function that I really like about this is the go mode, and go mode does let this camera change settings just a little bit. So you see how there's like a little bit delay when I'm in point of view. It's just a little slow. The go mode, if you click it, it is essentially just more fast movements. So you can see how I want to capture things. It's way faster than, this is slow right now. This is slow. Okay, I'm going pretty faster. Now I'm going to click the FN button, which changes it to go, and you can see how the motors are working much faster. So this is for like more of a sports situation if you need to capture something fast. I don't use that too often for the situations that I need it for, but that's what this is if you're shooting like a soccer game or you have a racing game you want to record, some other cool shots. I don't know, you want to be on a bike and you want to have someone pass you really fast close up, FN go mode is the way for you. So just so you know, on the go mode, all you have to do is press this FN button here, and that FN button is going to be able to help you get into that go mode right away. One of my favorite modes is the Vortex mode on the Weebill S, and what it does is it sets the camera up straight ahead, and what you can do is you can use the joystick and have the camera rotate completely. And this is really cool because you can see exactly what it's doing. It's getting a really nice rotation. So another function that you can use Vortex mode is to kind of shoot reels with this camera because there is no reel mode on the Weebill S, unfortunately. So what you kind of have to do is if you do want to end up filming in portrait mode, which is not landscape, you can set it into Vortex mode and kind of hold the camera like this. What I would recommend is to grab the joystick up here. The one cool thing about the Weebill S is that you have this tripod mount that can attach to two different sections, and what you could do is you could film in portrait mode like this, and it wouldn't be perfect, like it's not bad, but you're not getting the most functionality from it. But to be honest, if you do need to shoot in a reel mode, this does function in the gimbal. So the last mode is the follow mode, and the follow mode is when you hold the trigger down, and what happens is when you hold that down, you're able to move the gimbal in any way that you want. You get to move it left, right, up, and down, so I'll set this up here. So when I hold the trigger now, I can go up, I can go down, then I can go left, and then I can go right. And the difference from this end point of view is that I can't go in like multi-direction. I have to go either left, right, up, and down. I have to go like either right, then up, instead of if I change it to point of view that I do right now, I can go more smoothly in multiple directions, not just X horizontal and Y vertical. So that's the kind of difference that you have from point of view and from the follow mode. I use point of view more often, but this is just an option for you. But those are the modes for this. I've loved this Weebill S. I've had it for I think 2 years now, and I've really enjoyed it. I've used it on a lot of different situations, have not regretted it. It holds up my Canon RP with a 15-35 f2.8 wide angle lens, which is great. I used that last time for a wedding and it turned out really good. I got some sick shots. Otherwise, pick this thing up. It's great. It's pretty reasonably priced and it does a lot of the function that you need it to do compared to a little bit more expensive one. And it's so tiny. It's pretty great for how tiny it is. So I want to help you out just like I would my brother. Hope this video helped you out. I'll see you in the next one.